this is Larry. Merry Christmas to everyone.
All right, 25 minutes before 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Christmas Eve morning. And we promised to do something, and we kind of ran out of time this morning. We only got 2 books given away this morning. Now, let's try to really focus on giving away some books. Now, for those of you who don't know what we're doing, first, let me tell you this. We've done this for the last 12 years.
Yeah.
This is the 12th year we're doing this.
Yep.
In the beginning, we started doing this after Christmas. Mm-hmm. And a few people commented that, I wish you had done this before Christmas. I could have given this away as a gift.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, we did it for the last 3 years on Christmas Eve Day, which is what we're doing today.
Yep.
Now, where do these books come from? Well, Robin and I speak to many, many authors during the course of the year. Most of the books that we give away are given away after the interview. Mm-hmm. Sometimes the book doesn't arrive until after the interview. So it's one reason why we might still have a book. In other cases, there is more than one book that was sent to us. Mm-hmm. So that's why we have extra books. Many of the books also, by the way, are given away to Pastor Snyder.
Yes.
He's, of course, the host of Sunday Joy here on WOCA. He's been doing it for a very long time. And he can raise extra money for his house for unwed mothers. Is that what they say?
The House of Onesiferous.
I know. It's a mouthful. But anyway, it's an organization he started, and so he sells the books on eBay that we give him. Yeah. And I don't think it makes much money for him, but I think he told us one time it's like $25 a month that they make.
Yeah, and that's $25 a month more to
that's
build
just a little
a
bit.
home.
It's a little drop in the bucket, but every little bit helps. But anyway, so now I want to give away the books that we have right here just to you. I will do my best to describe to you what the book is. The first one I just grabbed at random is written by Mike Bond. Mike Bond is one of those authors that if you've read him before, you probably want to read a lot more of him. He's hugely popular. He's a best-selling novelist. He's a war and human rights correspondent and environmental activist. Mike Bond has lived and worked in many dangerous, remote, and war-torn regions of the world. His critically acclaimed novels depict the innate hunger of the human heart for good, the intense joys of love, the terror and fury of battle, the sinister conspiracies of dictators, corporations, and politicians, and the beauty of the vanishing natural world. So you have an idea of his political slant as he writes novels. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with them, just letting you know. This one book I have here is called The Tibetan Cross. It is a tale of pursuit. It's described. I'll read you the one paragraph description of the story. An American climber in the Himalayas stumbles on a shipment of backpack nuclear weapons headed into Tibet for use against China. Pursued by spy agencies and other killers across Asia, North Africa, Europe, and the United States, he is captured and then rescued by a beautiful young woman, which is my favorite part, with whom he forms a deadly liaison.
Of course.
They escape, are captured, and escape again. Death always at their heels. A terrifying international manhunt and stunning love story. Tibetan Cross is a European bestseller. It's yours if you say you want it. I'll set it aside. You can call it any time.
Yep.
You don't have to limit yourself to one book. You can call if you like the book. The next one, Love Cycles, is the title of this one. The 5 Essential Stages of Lasting Love. Written by Linda Carroll, described this way. In Love Cycles, veteran couples therapist Linda Carroll presents a groundbreaking model of the 5 natural stages of romantic relationships. Those are the merge, doubt and denial, disillusionment, decision, and wholehearted love.
Yes.
And a guide for navigating through them toward lasting love. Love Cycles helps readers understand where they are in the cycle of their relationship and provides a clear strategy for how to stay happy and committed even in difficult times.
Yeah.
Could have used this back in 1989 or so. All right. Love Cycles is yours if you call and ask me for it. All right, let's see. There was a help book here. Oh, this is the one from the Native American guy, Chief Luis Tijerina.
Yes.
This is actually 3 small books. The Healer Within, A Native Perspective to the Metaphysical Self, written by the Chief. The Chief was on the show, by the way.
Yes, he was. He was wonderful.
In What World Do You Live? You Have a Choice, you know. That's another one. It's It's kind of an autobiography of the chief. And then there's the Native Plants, Roots, Herbs, and Mineral. The healings they provide is God sent. All three of those books are small. They're all in one package, and they all will be yours if you say you want them. That's how they're sold as a package. I'm not selling them, by the way, just so you know. Chief Luis Tijerano is out of Odessa, Texas. Fun interview. This was a fun one.
Yeah.
So if you want this one, call me and tell me you want it. All right. Once somebody claims it, by the way, they're gone. Good morning. You've got this one, I think. Is this the one you're calling about?
No, I'm calling about the medicines, the herbs and medicinal book you just mentioned before that one.
Yeah, no, that's the one I was just talking about. Yeah, well, all three of them are in the same package. So you want the one from
that's fine.
Chief Luis Tijerino?
Yes. This is Mary. Yeah.
Oh, Mary. Okay, you got it, Mary.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right. There's another self-help book here, I think. I thought I saw one here. Now, hold on. Some of the books I'm trying to avoid because some of them I know are not that good.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Where's the one I saw before? It was like a self-help book. Oh, here it is. Dental Herbalism.
Yes.
Dental Herbalism. Natural therapies for the mouth.
That's a cool thing.
This is a pretty thick paperback book.
Yeah.
Our oral health is intimately linked with our overall health and well-being. In this practical guide to herbal dental care, medical herbalist Leslie Alexander and registered dental hygienist Linda Straub Bruce detail how to use 41 safe and effective herbs for optimum oral health, prevention of decay and inflammation, and relief from pain and discomfort.
Yes.
The authors provide recipes for herbal toothpastes and rinses, poultices, what is that word? Poultices?
Yeah.
For pain and inflammation, and tea and tinctures for intervention, prevention, and daily care. They explain how recent research confirms the link between poor oral health and many diseases. And it goes on and on and on. So I think you get the gist of the book from what I just read. Dental herbalism is yours if you say you want it. Put it to the side. As soon as somebody claims it, it's gone. The next book is The 30-Something Snap. This was a fun interview.
Very fun.
It's a love story with a lot of funny stuff in it.
A lot of twists and turns.
Hold on,
Excellent book.
And this guy sent us 5 or 6 of them, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Good morning. You're on there. Did you want one of these books?
I do the dental herbalism.
Dental herb.
Mary.
Okay, Mary, you got it.
Thanks, bye.
You got it. All right, thank you. All right, the 30-something Snap is written by Alan Helgason.
Yep.
And we had fun with him. He was on for an interview about a year ago, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a story about a couple of friends that are reaching 40. They're almost out of their 30s, and they start to do some wacky things because I guess they're starting to be afraid of being old.
Exactly.
Howard Perkins, it says, is a divorced 39-year-old public relations agent working in New York City. As he approaches the age of 40, he begins to panic over the fact that his youth is waning. He concludes that his panic is not unique as he observes his friends who are also 30-something engaging in uncharacteristic behaviors. Howard calls those behaviors the 30-something snap.
Yeah.
The book, by the way, starts out in New York City and actually comes to Ocala. That's why he sent us so many of these.
Yeah.
Good morning. Do you want one of these books?
Yeah, the Mark Bond book.
You want the Mike Bond book?
And the one you're talking about right now.
Okay, the 30-something snap?
Yes, sir.
And tell me your first name?
Charles.
Charles, you got both of them.
Thank you, guy.
You're welcome.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you, too. By the way, there are other Mike Bond books. I'll tell you them as I get to them. And if anybody else wants the 30-something snap, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them left. So if you want the 30-something. Well, he writes about
Alan
us in the book.
something.
So
I know.
He never met us,
something.
actually, but he wrote us in the book.
No, but he gave us a sneak peek at his new book he's writing. So
We had another author who wrote my sister into a book. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
His name was Alan also.
Yeah, Alan Ansarge.
Alan Ansarge, yeah.
Yeah, he lives in the villages here part-time and the other part-time up in Wisconsin in his home. Alan's such fun, and he's a great writer.
All right, here's another book. This is a cookbook. #1 New York Times bestseller, 100 Days of Real Food. This is a hardcover, some wonderful photographs in this cookbook of food.
Yeah.
And
let's
it's
get
written by
waffles.
Lisa Leak. She and her family decided to go 100 days of real food, and you'll find out what that is when let me just read it. 100
Very
easy,
healthy.
wholesome recipes. The food all looks delicious. Her family looks like they're healthy. So,
And having fun.
all right, let me give this one away. I got a few people wanting it. It looks like. Good morning. You've got the book. If this is which book did you want?
Well, my wife has 300 or more cookbooks, but another one couldn't possibly hurt, so I'll take that one.
Is this
please.
Pete?
This is Pete. Yes.
Okay, Pete, you got it. It'll be waiting for you. 100 Days of Real Food is Pete's. Thank you, Pete.
Thank you.
All right, the next one. Hold
These
on.
make great gifts, though, like you pointed out earlier.
Oh, some of them, yeah.
Yeah.
And what is this one? Superstorm. 9 days inside Hurricane Sandy.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I believe this one had a political slant. Did it
yeah.
not?
Yeah, it did.
It definitely had a political slant, but it was interviews that Catherine Miles did. She's the author of the book. Let me just read the flap. The sky was lit by the full noon. By a full moon on October 29th, 2012, but virtually nobody on the eastern seaboard of the United States could see it. Everything had been consumed by cloud. Well, anyway, this is a documentation of Superstorm Sandy. 9 days inside Hurricane Sandy, if you want this one. Tell me so, and I'll leave it for you. Good morning. You're on the air. Did you want one of these books? You there? I don't hear you.
Yep, he's probably in a storm
I
himself.
don't know. I don't know what's happening. Okay. You know what we have to do? We have to take a break. You are welcome to call during the break, by the way, and just ask for one of these books. No problem. What we don't give away today, I'll just leave in a box. You can come by and pick them out.
Yeah.
All right, if you want to. So we'll take a little break, but not yet. We're not done giving them away yet.
No,
We'll be right
no.
back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accidents. It'll be mostly cloudy, windy, very warm and humid, with a couple of showers and a heavy thunderstorm today. Any thunderstorm can produce flooding downpours and damaging winds with a high of 80 to 84. There'll be a couple of showers and a thunderstorm early tonight, and mostly cloudy and breezy later tonight with lows in the 50s to near 60. Christmas Day, clouds giving way to some sunshine, cooler and less humid, the high 67 to 71. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Joe Lundberg.
The following message is sponsored by Urban Cardiology. Some tips to minimize the stress that accompanies the holidays from giftoftheheart.org. Acknowledge your feelings, reach out. If you feel lonely or isolated, be realistic. The holidays don't have to be perfect. Set aside differences. Make time for yourself. Seek professional help if you need it. giftoftheheart.org. Helping hands for hurting hearts. The following message is sponsored by Urban Cardiology. Some tips to minimize the stress that accompanies the holidays from giftoftheheart.org. Acknowledge your feelings, reach out. If you feel lonely or isolated, be realistic. The holidays don't have to be perfect. Set aside differences. Make time for yourself. Seek professional help if you need it. giftoftheheart.org. Helping hands for hurting hearts.
Cookies, 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 cookies.
When you want something special and fun for any occasion, get cookies. That's right. The Great American Cookie Company in the Paddock Mall, Ocala will make a delicious, fun-filled delight just for you. You might notice that I said fun and delicious more than once. That's because I can't say it enough. The next time you're at the mall, be sure and stop by or call 352-237-2557 to place your order.
Cookies, cookies,
Yum.
cookies, cookies. We go cookie eating cookies.
The Great American Cookie Company.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Scientists recommend we eat processed meats rarely, which means one serving or less per week of bacon, salami, sausage, or deli meat. Don't troll for dates late at night. It's the online dating equivalent of drunk texting somebody from a bar. When we interact with a friendly animal, our muscles instantly relax. That's because animals are passive, and they are never judging us.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
The Ocala Civic Theater presents Sleuth. The mystery is in the wits of the two young rivals that battle each other to commit the perfect crime. Predator becomes prey, and this diabolical thriller blends danger and dark humor. The tension builds with every riveting plot twist and illusion. Sleuth at the Ocala Civic Theater on stage January 8th to January 18th. Call the box office at 352-236-2274.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking,
Will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
All right, 10 minutes before 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. All year long, we interview authors, and all year long, we get books. And most of the time, we give the books away at the time of the interview. Sometimes that doesn't happen, or we get more than one, or they come late, or there's a number of reasons why we have extra books. Many of the books we donate to Pastor Snyder, and he sells them on eBay so he can raise money for his Home for Unwed Mothers. And then we have these that we like to give away at the end of the year.
Yep, and you'll also get a Life's Out bag.
Yeah. All right, so the next book is On the Road with Janis Joplin. Now, this was a fun interview, simply for me personally, because I've always been a music geek. The book is written by the road manager for Janis Joplin. He was a close friend of hers. I remember asking him if he and her had a relationship, and he kind of hemmed and hawed, and I thought, okay, that's a yes.
Yes.
But he didn't come out and say that. But he did say they went to the movies and they went out to eat. So you never know. But anyway, this guy wrote a really touching and inside look at the lady you probably never really got to know. She died so young.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She shared the stage with Joe Cocker, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Who just died. Joe Cocker did live to be 70. She did not. I don't think she even made 30.
No, she was 23 or 24, I think.
Okay. So, On the Road with Janis Joplin, written by John Byrne Cook. If you want that book, call me and tell me so. And by the way, you don't have to wait for me to ask you to call. Just call. If you hear me talking about something you're interested in, go ahead and call.
Yeah.
Or any of the books. Did we give this Mike Bond book away yet? No,
not that one.
All right, this is another book by Mike Bond. It's called Holy War. The Battle of Beirut is worse than hell. A maelstrom of implicable hatreds and frantic love affairs, of explosions, sniper battles, and deadly ambushes. Neil, a journalist on a secret mission for Britain's M16 intelligence agency, is trying to find Mohammed, a Hezbollah terrorist who could stop the slaughter. The book is yours if you want it. I was just reading. It's a novel. So if you didn't know that, it's Mike Bond's one of his
Very
books.
Interesting.
All right, here's another health book. Another The Wheat Belly Total Health: The Ultimate Grain-Free Health and Weight Loss Life Plan, written by Dr. William Davis. His whole thing was to avoid grains if you can. Good morning. You're on the air. Which book did you want?
I was going to do the Tibetan Cross, the first one you mentioned, and also the one with Janis Joplin, about Janis Joplin.
Okay, you got the Janis Joplin.
The Tibetan Cross was commandeered by Charles.
Okay, somebody took the Tibetan Cross.
So we've got the Janis Joplin book.
Janis Joplin, you want the Holy War book by the same author?
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, and what is your first name, please?
John.
And your first initial of your last name?
L.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. We'll have them here with your name on it in a Life's Out bag.
All right. Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Yeah, they're all brand new books, by the way.
Yep, and everybody has 7 days to pick them up.
All right, the next one is written by Dr. Deborah Carlin. Build the strength within. Create the blueprint for your best life yet. If you want the books that I'm telling you about, you are welcome to them. Just simply ask for them. You're not limited to one, by the way. You can, if you get through, you get the book. I remember talking to her. This was a fun interview. Anyway, healthy books are always good first of the year, right?
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if I told you completely about the Wheat Belly Total Health book by Dr. William Davis, the Ultimate Grain-Free Health and Weight Loss Life Plan. So that was the other one I want to tell you about. Let's see.
The Wheat Belly book, that was pretty much fun when we interviewed that author, and I love that. A Declaration of Grain Independence, and that was really, really well done by William
I didn't
Davis.
realize this was in the box. Okay, I have a DVD. This is a yoga DVD created by Janice Leonard. Janice Leonard is a yoga instructor, I believe, in New Orleans. Or no, she was in L.A., right?
In L.A., yeah.
But she grew up in New Orleans.
Yes, wonderful woman.
And she teaches yoga and ballet and Pilates. Was that
and
the
she's
third?
like 80, isn't she?
She's up there in age, yeah. I don't want to, but she looks great. Anyway, if you want the yoga what do you call it, DVD. It's
Yep.
still shrink wrapped. I haven't opened it at all.
No.
It's yours. You can give it to somebody and or keep it yourself. Good morning. You're on the edge. You want one of these things I've been talking about?
Yes, Mary. I want the yoga one.
Yoga.
Mary.
You got it, Mary.
Bye-bye.
Yoga. All right, this is written by Rob Bell. This is a New York Times best-selling book. It's titled "What We Talk About When We Talk About God." What we talk about when we talk about God. Bell is at the forefront of rethinking Christianity in America. Bell is one of the most influential Christian leaders of the country, that according to The New Yorker. One of the country's most influential pastors, according to The New York Times. Time and time again, Bell challenges the reader to be open to surprise, mystery, and all of the unanswerables contained within the wide stream called Christianity, that in Christian Century magazine. He sent us 2 of these. What we talk about when we talk about God, you can have them. You can have one of them, and somebody else can have the other one.
Yes.
Call me if you want one of them. All right.
Okay.
If you could help me out here. Oh, this one was a
Children's
good
book.
one.
This is a children's
Hold on.
book, too.
I know, but this is a good one. That's. Good morning. You're on the air. Did you want one of these books?
Yeah, I was on the phone. You said something about Hezbollah.
Which one was the Hezbollah? Was that the?
Oh, that might
Maybe
have.
2 or 3 back. I'm sorry.
Oh, that might have been the Mike Bond
another
book.
Mike Bond book?
That was that was claimed already.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Thank
All right,
you.
this was just 2 or 3 ago. I claimed Mark Bond already.
Yes,
okay,
you did.
The one about God, please.
Okay, the one about God, and this is Charles. Okay, we'll put your name on it.
You got it,
Thank
Charles.
you.
Thank you, guys.
And we still have one of them. So if you want that one, good morning. You're on the air. Which book would you like?
What about God?
You got it. Oh, what's your first name?
John Elegant.
Okay, excellent. We'll
Okay.
put this in your box.
All right, you got it. Thank you. The next one was fun. Is this the one written by? No. Is this? No, this isn't written by Paul Newman's daughter, right? Is it?
No, not that one.
What was her book?
Gosh.
Her book was about dogs, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was about dogs, but it wasn't that one.
All right, well, I have a book called Be Spotted. My Family's Love Affair with 38 Dalmatians. Linda Gray Sexton wrote this book. And
That was fun.
oh, she's the daughter of Pulitzer Prize winning author and poet Anne Sexton. That's
Yes.
right.
Yes.
That's right. She has written 4 novels and 2 memoirs. Anne Sexton, her mom, very, very famous poet who committed suicide tragically. But anyway, so her family had 38 Dalmatians, and so she
Yes.
writes about it.
Wonderful.
Just a warm, warm story. A hardcover copy is what I have of the book. Good morning. You're on the air. You want one of the books?
Yes, please. The
Which
one that you're talking about.
Be Spotted? Okay. And who's this?
This is Rick.
Rick. First letter of your last name, Rick.
H.
H. Rick H. Okay. And you know to pick him up here at the station, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Thank
you got
you
it.
very much.
You're welcome.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry
Bye,
Christmas
bye-bye.
to you too. All right. I got enough time for a few more. Moonshadow. Moonshadow, written by Joe Barfield. 2 books in one. Moonshadow and Moonshadow the Legacy. Right? Is both in one?
Yep.
When America is invaded, their 10 best pilots try desperately to take America back. Trapped behind enemy lines, their reluctant leader, Bo Gex, fights against overwhelming odds. Forced to fly one last deadly mission, America's future depends on Bo Gex defeating an F-14 fighter jet at night. But all he has is an antiquated World War II P-51 Mustang and an old Indian legend, Moonshadow. The author was very, very knowledgeable about airplanes.
Yeah, very fascinating.
He explained how it would be possible for a Mustang to be able to defeat an F-14 fighter. I don't remember how.
Yeah, but he was in the Air
But he wrote it
Force
in the book. He was an
pilot.
Air Force pilot, yeah. And let's see. If you want this book, you got it. It's called Moonshadow. Good morning. You want this or any of the books?
Yeah, Moonshadow. I heard the interview, but couldn't call in time.
Okay, and who's this?
Charles.
Charles, you got it. You got it, Charles.
Thank you, guys.
All right, you're welcome. I don't think. Do you have enough time for one more?
No, I wouldn't think so. It's only 10 till.
10 till?
Yeah.
1 till.
Oh, 1 till. I'm sorry.
1 minute till. Let me
Gosh.
take another caller. Good morning. Do you want one of these books? Are you there? Going once, going twice. Nobody there. Nobody there. How come that happens there once in a while?
I don't know.
All right, what I'm going to do is leave all these books in this box.
Mm-hmm.
Come by the station, look through the box, feel free to take one.
Yes.
or 2, whatever you want.
If they'll be up front.
Just
like
don't take more than one of the same book. How about that?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. If there's only one, you got it. If there's 2 of them, don't take both of them. All right, we'll take a little break, and Merry Christmas. We'll be right back.
Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Karen McHugh. A cop in Berkeley, Missouri shot and killed an 18-year-old black man overnight after he allegedly pointed a gun at the officer who was responding to a call at a gas station.
At that point, the officer produced his service weapon and fired what we think at this point is 3 shots.
St. Louis County Police Chief John Belmar. Berkeley's near Ferguson, Missouri. Meanwhile, in New York, more anti-police protests shut down Fifth Avenue. Former President George H.W. Bush in a Houston, Texas hospital. He was admitted as a precaution after experiencing respiratory problems. The 41st president is 90. Reports out of Syria that ISIS has shot down a warplane.
The Jordanian army confirming one of its pilots has been captured. Jordan is part of the US-led coalition trying to tackle ISIS. This plane crashed as it took part in airstrikes, according to Jordanian officials.
Fox Radio's Simon Owen. Fox News, we report, you decide.
America was built by people with a few dollars and a dream. And while many don't know it, there's one path to success that still only requires a dream and about $10. That's right. If your dream is to start or grow your business, something as simple as the right business card could make all the difference. And today at Vistaprint.com, you can get 500 full-color business cards for only $9.99. That's right, only $9.99. Just go to Vistaprint.com and enter promo code 4433 at checkout. That's Vistaprint.com, promo code 4433.
So much has changed since Geico started saving people money over 75 years ago. We weren't attached to our smartphones like today. Smartphones didn't exist.